3 ways to program yourself for your own improvement. For the past 3 years, I have spent most of my time developing my business and along the way have had to overcome a number of fears and self-limiting ideas. What I was really doing was reprogramming my mind to think differently. Here are 3 techniques you might want to try that will help you reprogram yourself to a new and improved you. 1. Hang out with an influencer. When I first got started in business, I was struggling to pay the bills and find enough clients to keep me going. Even when I did find clients, I did a terrible job billing for my time, and I was not recognizing my own value as a service provider. I was then lucky enough to meet another business owner who had built a number of successful companies and had already been through all of the tough business lessons that I had yet to be exposed to. Over time, we became friends, and I was able to absorb an incredible amount of information about business, mindset, dealing with clients, social skills, and so on. All of the things that made him so talented at business. The challenge here is that you can't just walk up to someone and ask them to be your friend. When you meet someone who you'd like to learn from, show them that you value their time and bring something of your own to the table. If they feel they can also learn from you and your life experiences, they will be far more willing to hang out with you. 2. Wage a war against the whiny voice in your head. Have you ever had an idea that totally captivated your imagination and inspired you to think about life far beyond the one you're living today? If so, were you also among the majority of people who had that cynical, whiny, negative voice pop up and immediately tell you all the reasons why this new idea could never come true? Instead of falling victim to that defeating voice, try turning the tables. Picture that voice as a vicious enemy trying to steal your life, power, and happiness away from you. Challenge the voice. Question its authenticity. Question its reasoning. Make it powerless against your will. Realize that you have the choice to replace that voice with a more encouraging, faithful, and friendly one. A voice that will consider your goal not only a possibility, but a probability. A voice that does not look externally for validation before taking action, but rather uses self-belief as its driving force. A voice that recognizes that any person who has ever achieved greatness had to do so against similar odds, and that all things are possible to those. 3. Get the competitive edge. When you want to accomplish something new, try setting up a competition against one or more people who want the same thing. This creates 2 powerful forces. The first is the desire to be triumphant. Imagine the excitement someone must feel when they win a gold medal in the Olympics. They have achieved a personal dream and they get a flood of recognition from friends, family, media, fans, and ultimately their entire country. What person would not love this kind of validation of success? The same kind of triumph can be experienced when you win a competition that you have been involved in, no matter how small it may be. The second, and more powerful force that gets created in competition is the desire to avoid defeat. Most humans instinctively associate any form of loss with pain, and in most cases will do anything necessary to avoid that pain. If you enter some kind of competition that will help drive you towards your goals, this pain avoidance force may be the deciding factor in your own success. Use competitive scenarios to drive you forward, but remember to detach from the outcome. If you happen to lose your competition, don't get down in the dumps. Focus on what positives came out of it, usually a drastic increase in results, and continue moving towards your goals. Thanks for listening to 3 Ways to Program Yourself for Your Own Improvement.